Welcome to the Les Hrebesky After Hours Show, brought to you by Uncommon Fit. Hello and welcome to the Memorial After Dark. Connor Wilson, Steven Stamp. Surprise, surprise. Another thrilling slate of amazing games. We actually had action in two places, not only here in the rink in Radotín, but we also had games being played in Cernovice in an arena about 15 minutes down the road. That's just how many teams there are, how much quality there is. It's actually kind of nice because it was about 80 degrees today. We played our second game inside. It was nice. 65 degrees in the rink. Perfect. I may have died without that. So a lot of teams battled through some heat. I'm glad I didn't. But a lot of teams battled today through the heat. Some really big games, extremely meaningful games, as you've got quarterfinals and semifinals both
all in
played
one
on
day.
Friday. It's great. Now, we do have games of the day.
We do.
And I haven't reviewed them with you yet. Are they all quarterfinal, semifinal games?
No, we've got one.
Others?
We've got an outlier.
Excellent.
And it's a little funny because the Moon Bears keep showing up, but I know you're not going to like this one. You're not. I'm picking these games, but and I actually didn't pick it because of the Moon Bears. I don't want anyone to think it's because of you being on the team. It's your club. Jagged Mountain versus the Moon Bears, the blue quarterfinal, a 5-4 win for Jagged Mountain. In the shootout, and I actually picked this game because I talked to Preston Plume, one of the key members of the Jagged Mountain team, and he was so happy and so excited. He said, we know we're in the gold group next year. We've made it into the top 12. That was our goal. Last year we had a goal, we hit it. This year we had a higher goal and we hit it. And it shows you it's not all about the quarters and the semis were fantastic. I love the higher levels of the games, but there are things that are very meaningful to teams up and down the rankings.
And so it's funny, we were playing that game, and we, as a first-year team, had a shot to get into the top 12. It was something we wanted. I would have loved to have had my second year in the gold group, but we're going to go back to silver next year, and we're going to fight our way up. But that's kind of the fun thing, like we've been talking about. You can't just come here 1 year and win, 1 year and place top. You really have to come back and bring a real team. What else you got? What's your second game of the day?
My second game, I'm actually going from 4 up to 1. So we're building up. So sorry, you weren't number 1. You were number 4. Number 3 is the first semifinal, Tel Aviv versus the Mega Men, a 7-5 win for Tel Aviv Gold Star, and just a terrific game. Tel Aviv getting out to the big lead, and Mega Men, resilient group of guys, just battling back and really making a game of it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I actually got pulled out to work the door for the Mega Men in that one. It was pouring rain during the first half of the warm-ups, so I got soaked and a little bit wet. And the guys just battled through it. It was a lot of fun. It was a great game. For me to be able to watch it from the sideline, it was a lot of fun. But watching it on the replay, you not only see the weather coming in, you see the change, you see the kind of change in the pace of the game. What a catch. Right? And that's what it's all about, right? So, I mean, watching that was a lot of fun to be up close and personal there. How about so your second game of the day?
My second game of the day involves the Custodes in the fourth quarter final against the Alberta Warriors, a 2-1 win, scoreless through the half. It looked like they were. I'll tell you, go back and watch this one because it looked like nobody was going to score. They finally get on the board. Custodes, Alberta ties it up, and then the winning goal was spectacular. Just a brilliant set play. Dominic Peshek, a little bit of foreshadowing in a low-scoring game. Peshek with a big goal. Yeah,
and I don't think anybody in Radotín would have said that was going to be a 2-1 game. No way, right?
No.
Both those teams can score. You know, big props go out to the goalies, to the defenses.
Both defenses were fantastic.
Fantastic. So what's your game of the day? What was the game?
Away
if you're going to watch one,
if you're going to watch one game, watch the last game of the day, semifinal number 2, Glasgow versus the Custodes, an 8-7 win for Glasgow. I should have given you the spoiler alert, but what a game. So different to the Custodes quarterfinal where there were 3 goals total. There were 3 goals by Dominic Peshek in about a couple of minutes at one stretch, and Peshek with 5 goals. Fantastic. All kinds of things happening. People sliding around. We're saying, you got to have the 2 pairs of shoes for this for an outdoor tournament.
The floor dry, you want basketball shoes. I think most guys do. The floor wet, you want some nubs on your shoes for sure.
Exactly.
So it's always interesting to see how that plays out, who's prepared for that, who deals with it well, who doesn't. But that was a really good game. I mean, it was intense. It was hardly fought. The crowd was into it. And Glasgow has become kind of a local club almost. They have a big support group here. So to see those two teams who met in the finals 2 years ago come back and meet in the semifinal, a different result, was really exciting.
We talked about it during the game a bit as well, how the Clydesiders told us, Brian Whitmer talking and some other guys saying, hey, we're still having fun. We're wearing the kilts. We're going out on the town. We're having the fun. But we're resting properly. We're preparing. We're taking this very seriously.
We're here to win.
They want to win.
Yeah, no question
and
about
now they're in the championship game against Tel Aviv, who wants to win again. And I think that's going to be a dandy.
Looking for a repeat. Speaking of the Tel Aviv guys, we've got two of them who are going to join us. We've got Seth Mahler. We've got Jake Silberlich going to come on over and just talk to them a little bit about what makes this tournament special for them and why they keep coming back here. So
we're going to do this together, which in Hebrew is
Biachad. And I'd also like to say before we start this interview that Stamper is just a very, very tall human being, and Connor's just normal tall. And we're also normal height, but because we stand next to them, it looks like we're, pretty short.
That's a good disclaimer.
Sorry,
we should
guys.
probably run that at the beginning of all the shows.
I should have done it before the Lucerino interview.
Yeah, I felt bad. I felt a little guilty. It happens. But so Seth, you've been coming here for a number of years. Gold Star Tel Aviv is really kind of a training team in a lot of ways for the Israeli national box team. So there's consistency, there's structure, there's all this stuff. But it's not just about coming to play games, and it's not quite the same as the European Championships. There's something different going on here. What draws Gold Star back to this tournament year after year after year?
I think the first thing that draws us back is each other. We're a tight-knit group, and just like you said, it's a training group, but it's more than that. We like to give back to the game. We're teaching all over Israel. We like to coach up the ants here. And since we've been coming for so many years, it's awesome to see all the guys from around Europe. We've seen them at championships. We've seen them at club tournaments. We've seen them in Israel. We're going to go to their country one day, so it's a great atmosphere with the kids, the adults, everything's good, growing the game.
That's awesome. And Jake, you guys were running the clinic tonight, right? You're teaching the local Czech kids and getting them a game in. What does that mean to you to be able to come here and compete and try to win a title, but then spend an hour and a half of your time giving back to the next generation of players?
Yeah, we've been lucky enough to be a part of that for every year since I've been coming. And to me, it's one of the best parts of the tournament. As men, we can come out here and have our fun and, beat each other up a bit. But at the end of the day, it's all about the next generation, whether you're Czech kid, Israeli kid, American kid, Canadian kid. They're the future. They're the ones who are going to make this game sustainable. They're the ones who are going to grow this game even more than it is, bigger than right now. And just lucky to be a part of it, really.
So you guys finished 4th at the last World Championships, which was, really impressive in a short period of time. I think the Israeli program had only been around for 3 or 4 years at that point. What is kind of the end goal? Are you guys looking to compete for gold and silver, and how does this tournament play into that kind of stuff down the line?
Oh yeah, we're looking to medal at the next Worlds, and we use this as time to bond, time to get better, and we're just looking forward to be the best team we can and prove to the world what we got. And I think we start that here, which is great atmosphere to do so, and we just continue to build and bond and grow.
And you've got a couple Canadian guys on the team, but then you've got a lot of American guys who've picked up box later after playing a full field career. What's kind of the genesis there, and how do you get guys to buy into that change?
I think the box game is just inherent and a lot of fun. It's different than the field game, and I think we just love the different atmosphere, the different game, the physicality, the stick skills. So it just gives us another avenue to keep playing together, and we love it.
Awesome. Well, I'm not going to ask all the questions here. That would be selfish, so Stamper, throw a couple in here.
Yeah, well, I've got one about the U20 men's European Championship this year. And I know Scott Neese was saying there are something like 17 or so native Israeli kids are going to be on that. And I know there's a lot of talk about, the U.S. players coming over and playing for Israel. I know you guys are all spending a ton of time there. You're in the military in Israel, and a lot of guys spending a ton of time over there and developing the kids. And that is the response, I think, when people question it is, here are the kids who are coming up. That's the generation that's going to be Israel lacrosse.
Yeah, we're certainly excited for the stage of the U20s. Majority of our team is going to be homegrown Israeli players, and we're excited that they're going to have the opportunity. And I'll tell you what, a lot of them even started playing the game before I did. So it's a high trajectory for all those guys. I'm lucky to be, we're lucky to be part of that. We're lucky enough to coach them. And teaching these guys almost from the ground up certainly gives you a new appreciation for the fundamentals, and that's definitely reflected in my own game. So I'm lucky to be a part of it, and we're looking to make some noise with those guys.
The other thing I
see,
sorry,
I gotta follow up here.
No,
Giving back, because I want more people who are great players to coach right?
Yes.
Have you found, though, that being a coach has made you a better player? I mean, has it helped you learn the game in an even deeper way?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I just mentioned, when I first headed to Israel 6 or 7 years ago, I thought I was going to be this high-level coach. I was going to be putting in the zone defense. I get there I'm trying to teach them how to pick up the ball off the ground, and they're fast learners, and it's given me, like I said, real appreciation for the fundamentals, and even more so just an appreciation for the game. The opportunities that I had when I was younger, that we're trying to give these guys, and it's cool. It's cool to develop the sport and put the stick in these guys' hands for the first time ever, and see where they can go with it. The sky's really the limit. So
that's awesome. Looking forward to tomorrow a little bit. What do
Yeah.
you think? What do you think? I mean, we got Gold Star, we got the Clyde, Whitmer. You guys know each other well. I mean,
yeah.
It's going to be a lot of friends, cross-checking friends out there.
Yeah, I think
Certainly. It's going to be a battle. And, they play us to a tight one-goal game in the opening game. So to come full circle, it'll be fun to play them again. Looking forward to putting Whitmer's face in the ground.
I think that this tournament is so huge and so great that it doesn't matter your record, it doesn't matter the plays you have. Once you get to the final game, all bets are off, and everybody's going hard out there, and you got to play really well to win, and that's no exception here. The Clyde's a great team, we're a great team, and it's going to be fun to be a part of and fun to watch. So come on down, check it out. We're excited.
I'm excited to watch it. I mean, I might even get the call up to do some color.
I hope you do.
It might happen.
I'll review my options.
Yeah, I'm trying to break out of Senior B here.
What do you think?
Get in the A-League.
On-field mic, I can get it in the helmet going or something.
You want to be mic'd
I
up?
like that.
Yeah, why
I
not?
like that.
Whitmer was advocating for that, and we thought we'd have to put him on a delay. So we might be able to trust you a little bit more. The one thing we were talking about with the Clydesiders during the game is the way they've grown together as a team. They're really building to try and become familiar with each other and get that team straight and build and really become competitive. And you can see how that's working out for them. And for you guys, you've all been playing together for the most part for a while now. And that, I think, is one of the things that really stands out for you because you work very well as a team. And that's got to be one of the reasons you're back in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks like that, but I can definitely say that we still try to get better every game out there. We still, have a lot of ways a lot more to improve. And, every game, every event that we play in, every time we get on the floor together is just another opportunity to get better together. So, we talk about getting a medal in the World Championships, but I think we just want to put a team on the floor every single game that can just, be the best and get better and get to know each other and enjoy ourselves out there.
I'm not going to ask you guys for score predictions tomorrow. Right? We'll just let that. We'll just let that one slide. We know who they want to win.
We'll let you do the predictions.
There we go.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you a fun prediction. Very high on fun. So
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's going to be a fun contest, and I would fully expect the people here in Radotín to come out in force and watch this great game. So best of luck to you guys. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, and great job today running the clinic. That kind of stuff is
good
great
work.
to see.
Seth, you betcha.
Yeah, excellent. Day 3 is in the books. We will be back with a championship tomorrow, plus a 3rd place and a 5th place, all the way down to 24th place.
23rd place game.
Well, but 24th place will be
Finish.
decided.
Yes, it will.
It's all going to get decided tomorrow. Very excited. We kind of start the day as you're watching the streams with the lower placement games up first, and you just run it straight down the book. So check these games out. Go back today. Get caught up. Watch any games that you missed. And tomorrow, I mean, that's your Saturday. Watch these games. It's going to be a great game. I'm really excited for the championships. And I think everyone, especially those top 8 placement games, those are going to be a lot of fun to watch. You got a lot of good teams, a lot of really good matchups.
A lot of great matchups. There's going to be some great lacrosse all day. So get the snacks ready, get the drinks chilled, and get comfortable. Put put some cushions out on the chair and be ready to go.
Yeah, ready to listen to the dulcet tones of Steven Stamp, maybe even Connor Wilson, speaking in the 3rd person. Had a good night. It was fun. We're having a great time. Make sure you check out tomorrow, and if you can, start planning for next year because you should really be here. It's a tournament you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
From Radotín, we'll see you tomorrow.